Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. The camera busted off the mount there, and then the thing stopped. So this is now broken into two episodes. This is the second part. I'm still continuing this episode 1. You just missed a little bit, maybe 2 minutes of driving there. Actually, it's a fairly critical part, though. Unfortunately, sorry about that as far as where you're supposed to go. But anyways, I'll be doing it many more times. So back on track though now. Traffic is unbelievable. This is pretty heavy traffic. You'll notice this road splits here. It's still the same road, but they have kind of the equivalent, I guess you could call it the express lanes and the kind of the regular lanes. And on the right here is kind of more like the regular lanes where it starts and stops, people getting off. This is in theory the more express lanes. It goes faster. I actually have to get over there to the right at some point, but I'm going to stay over here for as long as I can. This is what can really get you confused on if you're using maps and such, because they don't always have these splits. So you think it's a different road over here to the right, but it really is. It's still the same road. Man, this is really crazy traffic. Hopefully it's not as bad as we get closer to the border. We're maybe 3/4 of the way there now. Yikes. If you have specific questions about Mexico, living in Mexico, put them in the comments, I guess. I'll try and look at those and try and answer what I can. I'm going to try to put in the description of each episode most of the stuff that I talk about, so you don't have to sit there and ask what is he talking about in any given episode. Hopefully I can put some sort of an outline together about what kind of topics I talked about. It's going to be more than just border stuff though too. At some point, I'm not really in a very talkative mood today, I guess, but they'll talk about all kinds of stuff. There's a long ways to the border, and you can't talk about Mexico the whole time. So, alright, I got to jiggy over to the right here, going up. Fit is making some crazy noises. I don't know what's going on. I think there's another CV joint maybe is going. 100,000 miles, 2015. Given to me by my mom for Christmas in 2019. Greatest gift I've ever gotten, really, actually. Thanks, Mom. It was really fantastic. In case you're wondering what I got her that year, a ball of yarn. That's right, a ball of yarn. My mom got me a car, and I gave her a ball of yarn. That was a pretty embarrassing Christmas. I wrote a story about it, actually. I wrote a review. A review of the store. It's called a yarn crossing. I think it's the name of the store. It's called a mock review of the store, which actually was my most popular article ever, the most popular thing I've ever written. I published it on Google, whatever the Google reviews thing is for Google Maps, and it got like 4,000 views or something. And it was completely fake. I mean, it was completely made up. It wasn't made up in the sense it actually happened. But the tone of it was like super serious. Like I was really reviewing this place about what they'd done to me and all this other stuff. But really, it wasn't exactly like that. It's very much tongue in cheek. But I don't think people took it that way. Anyways, it was quite popular, unlike anything else I've ever written, which is not popular. I'm sure this show or this recording will go down into that same category of not popular. That's all right. If it helps one person, it gives me something to do. I'm okay with it. Alright, so I gotta turn here, and hopefully that's good actually. Maybe it'll get me out of this traffic here. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on in Tijuana here. What you can do, even though Maps is not all that reliable, but you can set waypoints within Maps. And this particular place where I'm going, the end of this traffic circle, which I call the end of the line, which is reliably the end of the line for Century, you can set that as a waypoint, and then you can use Maps to try to help you navigate down there the first couple times you go. Really the best bet though is if you have time, is actually practice. I know it sounds stupid, but actually do some mock runs to the border, like get in the car and go. Because the more often you do it, because if you get into a situation where you really got to do it, you really can't screw up or get lost, you can't afford to, timing wise or whatever, it'll really pay off if you know what you're doing, whereas if you're not flailing around wondering where you're supposed to go. What's this guy doing here? Yeah, right, like, someone's getting a little antsy already. Alright, looks like traffic's a little bit lighter here, that's good. That's a good sign. Getting closer. We're going to take this turn here, and then we're going to be pretty close to the end of the line. A little bit of a tricky turn sometimes. There's a lot of traffic. Oh, we looked down there. There's nobody there. Wow. What is it right now? Okay. Sometimes that turn can be a real bear to navigate when it's busy. But this is looking good. So must be something going on in Tijuana. Those people were not apparently going to the border. It doesn't look like, because they're certainly not going to Century, because this is wide open. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon, because here we're coming to this is the major traffic circle I was talking about. That basically I've never seen Century back up. At one time, the Century backed up beyond this traffic circle. So you can make it to this traffic circle. You're well on your way. You'll be at the end of the line, assuming you can get to it, because it's very confusing. You'll see there's two lefts coming up here. They both say no left turn allowed, but you have to take the second left, which is allowed. I mean, they're not allowed technically, but everybody does it. So don't take this first one, because if you take that one, you're screwed. You gotta go all the way back around. So you take the second one here. You can also, if you miss it, you can go straight. There's a U-turn right up there, right past that bridge. You can also use if you miss this. If you happen to miss this turn. But if you miss that U-turn though, you got a long ways to go before you can do another U-turn. And you can really get into some really shady areas back there. So you don't want to do that. Jeez. Yeah, it's looking fairly backed up. I'm looking up there. I can kind of see through the little gap here. But this is definitely the back line. Good thing I came all the way back here, because it looks like it is backed up basically to here, which is as far as it backs up. God, man. Saturday afternoon, I don't get it. Well, it's a typical day at the border. Here we go. Time to start sitting. Gee whiz. Almost all the way to the traffic circle. This is, again, about as far as it backs up ever. So we're talking probably from here 45 minutes to get across from here. Already been in the car 45 minutes. It's 2:32 now. Oh, I gotta get some music on. I'm probably gonna have to stop this recording. Sorry. There's gonna be 3 parts of this, I guess.